Listen up, photographers, this one is for you. This is the Epson R2880. Amazing, amazing printer. This is a photo printer for you photographers. It's not your regular printers, not for college students. It's a very high-end photo printer, and it makes literally like photo-like prints. As a matter of fact, I'm an amateur, and look what I printed. This is a low-resolution photo that I took, and I printed it on here. This is 11 by 17. This is a huge piece of paper, okay? And this is not even a RAW. I printed the JPEG, and it looks crystal clear sharp. It's amazing, except for that smudge where I had some smudge on my lens, but that's, so you can tell I'm an amateur and not a pro, definitely not a pro. Here's what's great about this thing. There's a whole bunch of stuff to talk about as far as specs and all this stuff, but the main thing is that this is professional quality. The prints that come out of here, like that one, they will last up to 200 years. Okay, can you get that? 200 years. That's what they call gallery quality. It can literally hang on a wall in a museum for a very, very long time if you were that good and you print something off of this. Now, how do they get that quality? Well, there's a bunch of different things. First of all, let's see if I can show them actually. See if you can get a, oh, actually I gotta push this button right here. This thing uses 8 ink sets. That's right, 8. So 8 is not like 3 or 4, there's 8 in here. This one in particular is very good for black and white photos. That's because it has 3 different blacks. Look at all those inks. If the cost of ink refills is important to you, this is not the printer for you. This is for professionals who have, you know, it's going to help you make money, not spend money. Or if you're just really passionate about your photos. So, what they do in this thing, let's talk about a few of the things they have. One of the things I want to tell you about is mist collection. Just to show how far they're going, this is an inkjet, and when they're shooting the ink onto the paper, it does make a little fine mist, and those mists might drop somewhere else and mess up the picture a little bit. This thing has a mist collection system. I guess it works in a vacuum. They didn't have too much documentation on how it works, but I'm assuming it vacuums all that mist out. Can you imagine that? Okay, so 200-year lifespan as mist collection. It's using the, what's it called? The Epson UltraChrome K3 inkjet series. That's what's going to give you those 200 years. It's going to give you amazing fidelity. They're using something called Epson Precise Color. You don't ever actually have to calibrate it. You know how when you have a regular printer, you have to calibrate the color to see if it's right? You don't ever have to calibrate this printer. It does it all on its own. It understands what colors are what. It has an amazing, amazing color gamut. Especially with what I noticed was reds, blues, and purples. And all the colors that can stem from that are extremely bright, as well as I said, the black and white. The black and whites are exceptional. You get exceptional gray balance, you get outstanding tonal range between all your different colors. There's a lot of details in highlights and in lowlights and in shadows. You actually still catch that detail. So if you're a black and white photographer, this is exactly what you want. This printer has literally been optimized to an extent for black and white photography using the 3 black inks. There's a gray one, a light one. It even comes in the box. I don't know if I still have it, but you get more than 1 black ink cartridge for your straight up black. This is the matte black. So depending on what you're printing on, but you also have the glossy black or the photo black, which is really, really amazing. So it's 3-level black and white technology. It has a black and white photo mode. It has a nozzle check system. So let's say you know, the nozzles are getting clogged or something and they're messing up the photos, it'll automatically figure it out. So you're not going to print something out and it's going to come out bad. The program will actually come up with automatic nozzle checks, and it'll say, hey, right now the nozzles need to be cleaned, and it'll automatically do that before you ever have to print anything. So it's very impressive. Taking a look at the outside, this is obviously a very imposing printer. It's very, very large. You can't help but notice how large it is. It's kind of not that big when you're in this mode. It's kind of hidden, but as soon as you crank these things open, just because of the size of the paper that you can put through here, it's quite amazing. Let's talk about paper actually, because this thing will print on every type of paper in the you can imagine. These are roll adapters, so you can actually print rolls on here. So this will do roll paper, it'll do fine art paper, 1.3mm artboards, luster paper, exhibition fiber paper, pretty much, you know, premium glossy paper, any kind of paper that you can stick in here, it will do it. And as a matter of fact, here we go. Check this out. I'm going to read to you the sizes that this will do. This is going to blow your mind. 4x6, 5x7, 8.5 by 11, 13 by 19, 11 by 17, 8.5 by 14, 8 by 10, 8.3 by 11.7, 11 by 14, 12 by 12. I ran out of hands already. 11.7 by 16.5. That's 11 different sizes of paper that it'll take on top of the rolls, where you could print huge panoramas up to 11 inches wide, actually even wider, and it'll just print out a huge banner. It's very impressive. You know what else it can print? With this little tray adapter, you can print on CDs and DVDs. So you're trying to make high quality DVDs and CDs, maybe for a presentation for work, or to put your work on it and send it out as a portfolio. Hey, that's awesome. You get a bunch of different adapter trays for feeding all the different types of paper. Again, this will take 1.3 millimeter artboard, so that's really interesting. That's great for actually framing stuff. So you got just about everything you could possibly want. If you're a professional photographer, it's amazing. They also have something in here called the Radiance color system. It gives you ultra smooth transitions between all your colors, the same way that you would get on a photo, where you see it going from one color to the other. You're not going to see that transition in between. It looks very, very sharp. You get better detail on the highlights and the shadows, and overall it gives you photos that are, or prints that are the quality of a photo, if not better, because you get to mess with them a little bit. And so it's amazing. Actually, the software that comes with it too is very intuitive. I didn't really have to do much. You know, you kind of just hit print and it comes up, and if you want to get more options, you have more options. You have a ton of manual controls. You can either set it on full auto, which I found worked best, or you can just manually adjust everything, and it made some amazing photographs out of here. Also, I'll tell you one more thing before I let you guys go. Got to run, but it does print very quietly, and you can get away with a lot. It'll print very quietly. Just to show you some of the black and whites, check that out. That's a red-shouldered hawk in the Everglades, and that's kind of, it's not photoshopped. It's a red bird, but everything in the background kind of looks gray, even though it is a color photo, but it looks amazing. You guys can't see it on YouTube or on the internet, but the detail that you see in the branches and stuff on here is phenomenal. Greens also come out very nice as well. Check that out. Very cool printer. I am in love with this printer. I wish I could keep it. Epson, if you want to send me one, let me know. This is a very nice printer, so if you're a pro or a very passionate amateur, take a look at this printer. I guarantee you're going to love the results that you get from it. It's amazing. If you have any questions on it, feel free to email me, and I will see you guys next time. The Epson Stylus R2880 photo printer is available from the retailers listed here. Or for more information, you can type in E17-R2880 into any major search engine. For Computer TV, I'm Albert.